Welcome to Better Daily Life, where we are moving forward 1% better every single day. Download the app and supercharge your journey at betterdaily.life. Now it's time to ditch facts and get facts with your host and my dad, Alex Van Houten.
What is up, Betterment family? This is Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. Happy Thursday. It is Word Thursday, and on Word Thursday, we go through some meditations on a word to help you on your 1% better journey. And today's word is better. I'm very excited about this word. Before we get there, we have 2 more days until the Faithful 40 Challenge starts. If you haven't registered, get registered because it's going to be an amazing challenge. We have quite a few new individuals in our community right now, and we have individuals who, maybe a year ago they joined Better Daily, but things have changed since then, and so they're rejoining and getting started with us again. And so I want to say welcome to you, but I also want to clear up some questions about challenges before I get to our word today. Good morning, KT. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good morning, Robin. Good to see you, brother. So I've had a few questions about the challenges in Better Daily. So we have the Faithful 40 Challenge, which is our scheduled challenge. We do that as a community for 40 days. It has a very definite start date, a very definite end date, and thus far we've been doing it 3 times a year. This is our 10th Faithful 40 Challenge. So that's cool, and it makes sense, and people understand what that looks like. But we also have some ongoing challenges in Better Daily that I wanted to highlight for you. So Robin says, I want a t-shirt. Aren't they cool? Aren't they cool? Get excited. We have a group order link that I will be sending out to everybody in about a week. So hang in there. We'll give you an opportunity to get a shirt ordered, and I'll talk through that when we get that group link out so I can talk you through sizing and stuff. I bought several different sizes for this first iteration just to see how they're sized, because like some companies, they're small as a large and their large is a medium, and well, everything fits a little different. So I'll talk through that in a bit. Hang in there, Robin. I'm glad you're looking forward to this. But it's a cool shirt. Be you. And then on the back, you can read it. You can read it a few different ways. It's just better, or just 1% better every day, or be you, just better, 1% every day. There's a bunch of different ways you can read that, but I love it. I've been wearing it around and working out in it and stuff, and it's good. I feel good about embodying that ethos. It's a good way to get it across. It's actually pretty challenging to make a simple message that's not too convoluted and difficult. So at least it is for me, because you guys know I like to talk. But these challenges, so we have a couple ongoing challenges, and what that means is they're just there. If you want to jump into them, do it. If you don't, it's fine. They're not scheduled. You're doing them on your own time. And right now, the 3 challenges that we have ongoing in the Better Daily community are the hashtag Walk100, the hashtag Run100, and the hashtag Lift100. And these challenges, we call them challenges. Some people find them a challenge. Some people, this is a part of what they do, and now they're just counting it. I'll give you an example. So I run 2 days a week very faithfully, and unless something crazy is going on, I run 2 days a week. Sometimes I get a third in, but not always. So I run 2 days a week. And what's interesting about that is if I start running 2 days a week on the first week of the year, how many weeks are in the year? 52, right? So 2 days a week for 52 weeks equals about 104 runs. And so in a year, I'm looking at getting at least 100 runs in this year. And that's important to me. It's good for me. It helps my cardiovascular health, helps my Ehlers-Danlos. Running resets me. It helps my mental and physical well-being in a number of ways. And so it's a discipline in my life that I keep alive. And so when I start the year, I start counting. Here's run number 1, here's run number 2, here's run number 3. And it keeps me both honest and accountable to the goal that I have to make sure that I run twice a week. And similarly with the Lift 100, I lift 2 to 3 times a week as well, sometimes more than that. It's kind of funny. Are you a zebra who's black with white stripes or white with black stripes. The question is, am I a runner who lifts or a lifter who runs? Well, they're always pretty neck and neck. Anyway, when we first started Better Daily, we noticed that in between the Faithful 40 challenges, that individuals were sharing their workouts. Like, hey, here's my lifting workout. Here's my running workout. Here's my walk. And that's awesome. We want you to do that. And it's inspiring to other people to see what you're up to. I know there's many times somebody has done their weightlifting workout today, and I'm like, ooh, I forgot about that move. I'll do that move. And I'm a trainer. I've got a running list of exercises in my head all the time. So it's always good to see what other people are up to. It's inspiring and motivating. And so we started recording them and making them searchable. And that's where the whole hashtag thing comes in here in Better Daily. If you hashtag run 100, you do a run, you say, hey, this is run number 10 in the hashtag run 100. Then when somebody's new to the community, they can search run 100 and see what other people have done for their run 100 and be motivated and inspired to jump into that and try to knock out 100 runs. So for some of you, the ongoing challenges, that's already a way of life for you. And this is just a way of staying accountable and sharing it in community in a systematic way. But for others in our community, walking 100 times is a new thing. And that's challenging and it's difficult. And it's good that it's challenging and difficult. And so somebody will come into this community and say, hey, I'm going to walk. I'm going to go for 100 walks. And I'm going to be faithful to this. And I'm going to maintain this despite anything else that's going on in my life. I'm going to do this. And so they take on the challenge of walking 100 times. And it's really good for them to do that. And it's good for those of us who are walking already to join them in that and to support their efforts there. And so if you see these posts where you see somebody who has put hashtag run 100 or hashtag lift 100 or hashtag walk 100, what we're doing is we're sharing with you a walk or a lift or a run, maybe sharing some thoughts around that. Some people are bare bones about it. They're like, here's my lift, boom. And some people like me, I want to share with you, hey, I was on my run and I was thinking this, and here's a song I was listening to that really powered my run. And maybe that's edifying to you, maybe it's not, but it's a wonderful way to stay connected in our community and to continue on our growth of better. And I love that my run 100 and your run 100 might be different, but they're both a part of getting better, subjectively speaking. So that brings me to the word better. Better is a powerful word, and maybe it's overused here, but I want to talk to you about, there's a whole bunch that we can unpack in the word better. That's what this shortcast is about. That's what this community is about. That's what we're living out every day, is the pursuit of better, 1% every day. But I wanted to talk to you about better in a very concrete sense. So better is the idea that progress can be made. Better is the idea that currently where we are right now is not perfect. Therefore, that means there's some sort of progress that can be made, and it's hard to quantify. We use the term 1% around here to describe the small amount of better something can get that is incrementable and improvable over time. And that might actually stick, right? But better it's also very practical in the sense that better gives us an understanding of whether or not we're actually moving forward. I'll give you an example because I'm struggling to find the words here. So I'm on Twitter, not very frequently, but I'm on Twitter. I'm a little feisty on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see me be a bit feisty. It's hard not to be feisty on Twitter because you only have so many characters. So it requires bluntness. And the algorithm also seems to reward you if you're tongue-in-cheek and you catch people's eyes. Sometimes they're mad at you. Sometimes they're happy about you, whatever. Anyway, so somebody on Twitter recently asked, hey, what's the fastest way to lose weight? And okay, so what's the fastest way to lose weight? And if you think about it, what is weight? You step on a scale and it gives you a number. Here's how much you weigh. So I said the fastest way to lose weight is to cut off an arm or a leg. The next fastest way to lose weight is to stop eating until you reach your goal weight. But the best way to lose weight is to live your life 1% better every day, and your weight will improve. That's what I said to them. And again, that's tongue-in-cheek on Twitter, right? Because I don't advocate for people regularly lobbing off a leg. If you weigh too much, the cut off your legs strategy to dieting is probably not beneficial or good. But the point was, there are a bunch of different ways to lose weight. But do they make you better? Yes or no? And that's an important question. Paul said in the New Testament that all things are lawful, but not expedient. What he was saying is, under the truth of the gospel, you can do whatever you want. But that doesn't mean it's good for you. There's a narrow path, is what Jesus said. There's a narrow path that leads to life, and it's a difficult one, and it's hard to find. But broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many will find it. In other words, there are a lot of different ways to go about life that are not good, that are not better. But there's a very narrow path. There's a very narrow amount of habits. There's a very narrow amount of choices. There's a very narrow amount of beliefs. There's a very narrow way that is good. And when we talk about better here, that's one of the things that we're talking about. It's not just the idea that you could be better. It's the idea that there's a million things you could do right now. It really is. Wherever you're sitting right now, you can decide to play video games or not. You can decide to take a nap or not. You can decide to eat that or not. You can decide to call a friend or not. You could decide to work really, really hard today or not. There's a bunch of different things you could decide to do. The question is, what is better? What is the better thing to do right now? Did you guys ever watch Super Size Me? Super Size Me is a documentary about a guy who goes to McDonald's every day, 3 times a day, to see what happens if you eat McDonald's every day for every meal for a month. I think it was a month. Anyway, and his rule was, if they ask you to supersize it, then you have to say yes, and you have to eat it all. And it's a brutal documentary. It's 30 days of this guy just completely destroying his health. He gains a whole bunch of weight. His cardiovascular metrics are all messed up. It's rough. And his takeaway message was that eating McDonald's every day, 3 meals a day, will be bad for your health. Look what happened to me after 30 days, he says. Well, then a professor at, I want to say it was Harvard, saw this documentary and was like, that's ridiculous. All you have to do is watch your calories. And so this professor at Harvard proceeded to eat McDonald's 3 meals a day for 30 days, but he was calorie conscious about it. So, he ate half of his Egg McMuffin and he got water instead of Coke so that his meal was in calories, and he proved that he could lose 10 pounds while eating McDonald's every day. And so the question is eating McDonald's every day better for you? It helps you lose weight if you do it the way the professor did it. Is that better? Is it better to lose weight eating McDonald's every day? That's a good question. I don't know if I can answer that for you. But what I will tell you is that the better version of you is not 20 pounds less than you are now, no matter the cost. And that could be true of a lot of things in your life. When we pursue better here in the Better Daily community, we ask the question, should I do this, yes or no? Is it better? Is it better? Is it better for you to go do a really intense workout or to go for a walk today? Is it better for you to eat this meal right now or to fast through this meal and eat a better meal later? Is it better for you to take this supplement rather than this supplement? Is it better for you to get into the Faithful 40 challenge rather than do the 75 hard? The hard part about better is that I can't really answer those things for you. I can give you the science. I can talk to you about my experience working with clients. I could talk about what works well for me. I could talk about what works well for people in the past. But when you come to the table and you have to make a decision about what's my 1% today? How am I going to be better? There's a bunch of things in front of you, and only you are living your life. And so only you can search inside of yourself and find, what is that better? What does that mean? What does it mean to pursue better right now? I can't tell you exactly what that is for you, but I can tell you a couple things. One, it's possible to be better than you are right now. It is. It's possible to manage your time better. It's possible to have better health. It's possible to be a better steward of the things you've been given. It is possible. We can all agree you're not perfect. Neither am I. So it's possible. Not only is it possible, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen. You know it as well as I do. When you don't pursue better today It hurts inside. Maybe outside too. And so my question to you is, what is better? What's the 1% for you right now? The 1% might be doing something like the ongoing challenges we're doing right now. The 1% might be joining our Faithful 40 challenge. The 1% might be ditching something in your life that you know is holding you back and needs to stop. Or the 1% might be starting something in your life that you're not doing right now that you know you need to be doing, and you've been feeling that pang and pull for a while. Whatever that means, I want to encourage you, stay on the narrow way. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Thank you for being on this better journey with me. Good morning, Jonathan. Good to see you this morning. Guys, this has been Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. Thank you for joining me for Word Thursday. Tomorrow's Flex Friday, and we're going to go through something from an exercise perspective to help you on your 1% better journey. Until then, though, it's just 1%. You got this.
Thank you for joining us for your 1% better. Be you, just better, in mind, body, and spirit. Go to betterdaily.life, download our app, and check out our 5-star coaching resources. We all have a cross to carry. It's lighter when we do it together. Go to betterdaily.life today.